The Vegas Golden Knights are making moves which has led to their early success so far this season. As well as we got an injury update on Alec Martinez and the Vegas culture within the locker room. So you're not going to want to miss this episode of Hattrick HQ. But before we get into that, we just want to say, if you're one of the thousands of people watching that aren't subscribed, make sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button, become a part of the Hattrick HQ community, because we'll be here all season long, keeping you up to date on what's happening around the league. But with that said, let's get right into the first topic of the video today, and that is Martinez is back, and we get an update here from Jesse Granger, a great Vegas insider. If you're not following him on Twitter, I'm giving him a shout out right now. Go follow him. He says Bruce Cassidy said the plan is for Alex Martinez to travel with the team on their upcoming 2-game road trip. So there's a chance he returns for one of those. He said he's progressing very well. And this is big news for Vegas Golden Knights and the Vegas Golden Knight fans, because Alec Martinez is one of the better defensive defensemen in the entire NHL, and having him back will really boost this Vegas D-core that kind of needs a boost right now. I believe they're on their 9th D-man right now to start the season. Obviously not what they wanted, coming off, trying to go back-to-back, winning the Stanley Cups. They have been looking great off to a 3-0 start. But it'd be great to get this guy back. He's been a staple on the back end for Vegas for a number of years now, and I think having him back will really bolster this D-core, and we will really see Vegas kind of step up in their defensive game. And I know they've been playing good so far. I think they have 2 4-1 victories, so their defense has been playing very well. But having an NHL guy back there who's such a great shot blocker, such a great hitter, a great passer, he moves the puck up the ice with ease, will be so huge for the Vegas Golden Knights. So hopefully he gets back on this road trip and we get to see Alec Martinez back in a Vegas jersey very soon. But we're going to get into our second topic of the video here, and that is the Vegas locker room culture is amazing. And as we take a look at a quote here from one of my favorite Vegas Golden Knights, Keegan Kolesar, he's already been in a fight within the first 3 games of the season so far, and he just talks about the mentality of going after a player who's hit one of your teammates cheap, or what he deems to be cheap. He says, no one likes seeing their teammates get taken advantage of or getting hit cheap, whatever it may be. We hold each other to a high standard here of brotherly love. No one wants to see each other get hurt. So it's more like a pack mentality. You go up to one of us, it's like you're going after yourself. They got my back in those situations, I got theirs in situations like that. And this is exactly what you want to hear from one of your kind of bottom 6 forwards. I think this is such a great mentality to have as a team. It just shows that they're so tight-knit in the room that if something happens to one of the guys out on the ice, you know someone's going to pick up the scraps and go after someone like that. And unfortunately, the Vegas Golden Knights have been dealing with a few injuries here to start the season, and you never want to see that. I know there's been a few suspensions and some injuries in the preseason, and I know Keegan Kolesar is going to kind of take that role of the enforcer out there. I think he just wants to go after some guys, drop the mitts, pick up for his teammates, and this is what you want to hear. This is someone who in the future may take a leadership role here in this team if he stays with the organization, because when you have guys that go out there and they protect your team night in and night out, these are the guys you want on your team. We've seen it recently with Toronto adding Ryan Reeves. Adding Ryan Reeves means that the star players are going to be protected. So if someone goes out there, say in Vegas, and hits Eichel, hits Mark Stone, someone like that, you know someone's going to go out there and protect their star player. And this is what you want to hear. I really do think that Vegas has one of the best locker room mentalities. He said, we hold ourselves to a high standard of brotherly love here. And when you hear this coming out of the locker room, it just shows that when you're tight in the room, it's going to show on the ice. The chemistry is going to be there. And this team is coming off a Stanley Cup win. So if they keep this culture going in Vegas, I'd be shocked if they don't go back-to-back this year. I think they have the team for it. The goaltending has been amazing, and I'm really excited to see what Vegas can do the rest of this season. And having players like this on your team that can pick up for your star players is huge, and this is what wins you championships. But we're going to get into our next topic here, and that is the key to Vegas' success so far. And the key has been the moves they've made from the Henderson Silver Knights. As we take a look here from Bruce Cassidy, he says, we play a style where there's going to be some bumps and bruises for us. We tend to get into the trenches. We pride ourselves on shot blocking, winning the board battles, and winning the slot battles. So you're going to have some casualties because of that. And as we take a look at the casualties here, they have Alec Martinez, who we talked about earlier, will soon be coming back. Petrangelo's day to day, Kyria's day to day, Robin Lehner's out on long term IR, Seville's out on IR, Muramanov is on IR, and Zach Whitecloud is on the IR as well. And these are some big defensive names here. Like some of your top 3 out of your top 6 defensemen are on this list right now. And obviously, we've seen some call ups here from the Henderson Silver Knights that have backed the D-core of Vegas and has led to their success so far. And we take a look at one here, and that is Brayden Pachal. He's been rock solid on defense and scored his first goal in his NHL career in the win against San Jose. The 24-year-old had only played in 12 NHL games in his career prior to this season, but he's averaged more than 17 minutes per ice over the first 3 games. And we also take a look here at Korczak. He played only 10 games last season, and Bruce Cassidy and staff expected Korczak to draft it in the second round to take another step in his development this year. They just didn't expect it to happen in early October. He says injuries happen. To me, it's an opportunity. It's sooner than you'd like. You know you're probably going to go through it at some point. It's just the reality of the position and how we play. I didn't expect that 3 games in we'd be on our 9th defenseman, and that is just crazy to see that the Vegas Golden Knights are on their 9th defenseman right now. But it's great that these AHL defensemen are coming up, stepping up, and playing big in the games that they need to be. Even when you got these guys coming up, playing, that bottom pairing. I think this is so big that you can rely on your development system and your depth chart so much to where it makes success in the NHL. As we see right now, 3 of their top defensemen are out. Pietrangelo, Martinez, and Whitecloud. These are 3 defensemen who have been staples in the Vegas Golden Knights organization. So when you have 3 of these guys gone, it kind of leaves you with a bare bones defensive core. But when you get guys that coming up from the Henderson Silver Knights, like Pachal, like Korczak here, that can step up, play the game, fit Bruce Cassidy's system where they can go out, put it all on the line, block some shots, and even Pachal scoring a goal. I think this is huge for Vegas that they can rely on the AHL, even their ECHL, that they can come up, fill the roles that they need at times of need, where right now I believe they have 9 injuries, I believe, and when you have guys that can come up, fill this NHL role, play perfectly, I think it's just great. It's going to lead to great success. It's already caused them great success so far, being 3-0 as I'm recording this right now. And I'm just really excited to see this Vegas team once everybody gets back healthy, because if they're playing like this right now, imagine when everybody gets back healthy. And another name that we've seen on this injured list was Robin Lehner. He was a really great goaltender for Vegas last year, but we did see Adin Hill start this season hot. I think he's been a great goaltender. He's been probably one of the most underrated goaltenders in the league over the last few years. I think he's a great goaltender. He's definitely a starter in this league, and he's proving it this year. And we also take a look here at Cassidy, his comments on Henderson, Silver Knights. He says, I think good teams have that and need that, talking about the depth chart. He says, it's nice for us that they're right up the road in Henderson. I think it's much better set up being right around the corner. It's worked out well for us up to this point. We've needed them. They've done a job for us, whoever we've called upon. And we also have a quote here from Jonathan Marchessault, who says, they've been really good. And he says they put in the work and it shows, and how they've played in these games, that's how it's supposed to be in the NHL in my mind. The first rounders always get their chances, but if you have a chance, you step in and do the job. That's how I did it. So I'm a strong believer that you put the work in when you have a chance. You have you have to be opportunistic. That's how the guys have been this year. Obviously, Jonathan Marchessault, a great player for the Vegas Golden Knights. He's the reigning Conn Smythe winner. I think he's such a great player, an undrafted player that he knows that you got to really grind playing hockey to get up to this NHL level. And like he said, you got to be opportunistic. You got to take these opportunities seriously because you finally get a shot in the NHL. And if you do the right thing and you prove to these coaches and ownership that you can play in the NHL, they're going to give you a shot. And I think this is what Brayden, Pachal and Korczak have done so far. I think they've played really well. They've been really solid back there for Vegas so far, and I think if these guys can keep it up and keep the way they're playing up right now, I think Vegas is going to be really successful. And once they get their big dogs back, like Pachal, Martinez, and Whitecloud, I think this is going to be huge for them, and I think they're just going to skyrocket. I can really see a back-to-back from Vegas. I'm not gonna curse it because my second favorite team is the Vegas Golden Knights. I love sitting down watching their games. They put on such a great show from an in-house perspective as well. But like I said, when you use your AHL to your advantage, it's gonna only help, only gonna further your chance of winning. And when you have so many great prospects down, just up the road in Henderson that can come down in a pinch, I think this is huge. I believe they have another rookie winger starting, maybe I think tonight or in their next game. So have a look out for him. I believe he's a winger. I forget his name right now. Sorry, but have a look out because I think the Vegas Golden Knights are going to be a great team this year, and I think they're going to be a team to watch. But we're going to get into everybody's favorite topic here, and that is comment of the day. And our comment of the day today goes to Muna Classic. He says, is this a fair comparison? McDavid versus Marner debate equals Crosby versus Ovechkin debate. I do think this is a fair comparison because I know a lot of people like to debate who's better, Crosby or Ovechkin. And I know McDavid versus Matthews is probably people are going to choose McDavid. Personally, I would choose McDavid. I think he's the better all-around player. I do think that Matthews is the better goal scorer. I know that is a hot take, but I do really think that this guy has the tools to be one of the best goal scorers of all time. And starting the season with 6 goals in 3 games is huge for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But obviously, Connor McDavid is great all around the puck. Not saying that Austin Matthews isn't, but I think he had 153 points last year, McDavid had. So, obviously, he's a great player. One of the best players we've seen since Wayne Gretzky. And I believe in maybe 3 or 4 years, we'll be debating McDavid and Bedard. Hopefully, because I'm really high on Bedard right now. I think he's a great player. Just hope he can continue his success here in the NHL. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers, so we really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the NHL, make sure to watch this video popping up on your screen right now. But I've been KC. Keep your stick on the ice.